Hi, in this video, we are going to discuss about two important methods in multi-threaded programming. One is alive method, another is join method. So we will see the use of these methods in this sample code. Okay, so let us create a write a class child. This class extends class called thread. Okay, so inside this class, we will have a public void run method, public void run, and inside this run method, let us have a code which we want to run as a part of thread. Okay, so let us have this code inside this run method. So it's a for loop we have, and inside the for loop, we iterate this for loop for the 5 times, and every time we print child thread and the number also, the counter value. Then we make the thread to sleep for 500 milliseconds. Okay, so now let us have now let us uh, have the let us create the object of child inside the main class. Okay, so this class actually this run method is completed by here, and we'll also close this. Now inside the main class main method, we create a uh, object of thread, the child class. We create the object of child. Okay, so child c equal to new child. Okay, now we can start the thread of execution of this child object by calling the start method. Since the child class extends thread class, it is also a thread, and we can use the start method. The start method will start the execution of thread. Okay, so now inside the main method, what we do is let us call the isAlive method. IsAlive method returns true if the thread is still alive, and if it returns false if the thread is dead. Okay, so now what we do is we will use a system dot println, and we will print the value child thread is alive, and we call the method on this child thread c dot is alive. So is alive method is the method belongs to the thread class. Since the child class extends thread, we can call this method. Now what we do is we will call the join method. So join method actually it will wait join method when you call a join method, it will wait until till the thread dies. So this method waits for the thread to die. Once the thread is dead, the method will returns. Okay. So what we do is we will call the join method. Okay. So this join method throws interrupted exception. So what we have to do is we have to keep it inside the try catch block. Okay. Let us do that now. And we'll have a catch block. Okay. So catch exception. Right. So we are done this part also. Now what we do is okay, right. Now this main method ends here. So here what we do is, again we call the is alive method. Since we called the join method only returns when the if the thread is dead. So if we call again after join method, if we call again the is alive method, we will we will get false. We will the is alive will return false, because is alive method only returns true only if thread is live. Okay, after join method the thread will be dead, so is alive method will return false. Okay, so now let us code. So before running this code, let us go through this code once again. So we write a class child which extends thread class, and we have a run method. Inside the run method we have a for loop, and this run method actually get executed as a part of a thread. Okay, so inside the for loop we iterate this for loop for 5 times, and we each time we print child thread and counter value, and we also make the thread to sleep for 500 milliseconds. Okay, so and in the main class we have created the thread object, that is the child object we have created, and we call the start method. So once the start method is executed, the thread is started, the thread start executed. So thread execution goes on, then we check the thread whether it is alive or not by calling the isAlive method. This time it will, at the line number 34 we call C isAlive method, which will return true. Then at line number 37 we call join method, which will return only if the thread is dead. So it will wait for the thread to complete, and then it will return it will return. So next time at line number 42 when we call the isalive method, it will return false. Okay, so this is the example for how to use isalive method and join. Let us run this code and see the output now. See the output now. Child thread is alive true initially, then the child thread get executed, the count the for loop is the for loop is executed, and it iterates for 5 times. Then finally when we call after we call join method, again we called the isalive method. This time it returns false.